Hoping everybody can hear the audio and everything. I don't have my headphone with me. Well, I didn't put it on purpose because I'm actually in the kitchen right now doing a little bit of cooking, and I wanted to see, I wanted to show you guys what's going on right now. Right. So what I want you guys to understand here, what happened. So what was this? What was this whole pump, this whole breakout? Like, we came here, we came out of this triangle, as you can see, this mega triangle. So we remember I drew all these triangles just to kind of show everybody what's going on. So you can see these um, kind of trend lines. Remember I told you it's in reverse. So the triangles are opposite to show you trend lines and zones where we need to break out of, right? So we saw this and how we just kind of came here. As soon as we entered this level here, we shot up. So yesterday we did kind of come down here. We played around a little bit, but this wasn't part of the bigger triangle, as you can see here. This was the bigger trend line, and we just shot up, right? As soon as we broke that, we shot up. And here, what you can see, if you look carefully on the minute chart, this is the best part of all of this video. Look at this minute chart. It was 2 minutes. Boom, boom. So you see how we came here on this particular line, right? And as soon as we came to this line, we just shot up. It was a breakout. Like, look at that volume that just came in. Boom, boom. Very, very fast. I mean, after that, obviously, you can see we're back in a sideways channel. Not fussed too much about it, but it's just one of those kind of things you had to really see that it was literally a 2-minute candle that gave us this 2-minute candle. Can you imagine this, right? So it's very powerful, very good. What we did here. But more importantly, I think the reason I'm making this video, obviously, we palmed, we did what we needed to do. We broke the trend. So we broke the trend here, which is awesome to see. Now, what do we have to do? We have to literally do one of two things. Okay, so this is just to make you guys stay calm and understand exactly what needs to happen. So number one rule, we have to make sure that whatever happens, we do not close a candle here. That is the rule right now. The pattern we want to see is if it does come down, tumbling down a little bit more, it should come down up to here and then bounce again, right? The bounce should take us above this neckline here if we did have a close. So we're looking at, these are the 4 hourlies, obviously. On a daily, it's a different story, but I'll show you the daily one. Pretty similar, but I'll just show you quickly, right? On a daily, what's going on here. So daily, you can see we should not close below this line, whatever happens, and that will confirm a new trend for us moving upward. That's what we need, right? Very important for us to understand this in order for us to stay bullish. But if we're not, and if we just had this, and I know somebody's mentioned, like on one of the groups, they said, is this a fake out? Well, if we can't hold this, it could be a fake out. So very important, but good thing is we like the baby steps. I've been talking about baby steps. We've been taking baby steps all along, right? We've been taking baby steps. And so far we're doing okay. So what we need to do now is, obviously we've confirmed this. That's great. I mean, we haven't confirmed it yet. We need to close this candle body above. We don't want to see any liquidations or anything like this. So far what we have seen is $47 billion, I believe it was, worth of shorts liquidated. So that was a bit sad for the short guys. I don't know why they were shorting it, but that's what happened. And remember, I mentioned a few days back as well, I said Friday will be a decider. Friday, 1st of October, would be a decider to see what happens. And also, obviously, the week is about to close as well. So that's another important milestone for us. We need to close the week. So when we look at the weekly, this is what we're seeing right now, and you can see we were down here and we've managed to recover this week. We still got 3 days left. In the next 3 days, we just have to make sure we close exactly where we are. Above is better, but we don't want to go below. We want to keep it exactly where we are right now and close this candle. You can see how beautiful this area is, right? That's all we want. We just want the body to touch this and just close here. That gives us a chance to create the next one and start moving up, right? If that makes any sense to you guys. So that's all we need. We don't need to necessarily go to the wick. All right. So I just hope this kind of makes sense. It's very powerful what we're seeing here. Very, very powerful. Also, as you can see, this is technically the first candle of the month, right? Which is, again, a deciding candle. Very, very super bullish. I mean, what we just did there today within 2 minutes, definitely awesome. We want to see this start to peak up a little bit and move up if we want to be bullish, right? Whatever we do not want to go below this, and we don't want this to turn into a red, because if this turns into a red, this would definitely be a lower low, which is going to be bad. It's going to be a sign of the market going down. So I hope this kind of makes sense. Excuse me 1 second. Let me just quickly check the chats. Because as usual, chats are always bugged. Give me a second. Let me just refresh. Let's have a look. Who's on the chat? What's going on? Hey Himi, hey bro. What's happening? How you doing? All good? I hope you're great. Thank you very much for coming to the show. I'm hoping you understand what I'm saying here right now, because this is very important that we need to understand that, of course, everything is looking super bullish. You'll see the entire market now flip to one side and everyone become bullish, which is great, but it doesn't confirm anything. It's the first day. For us, it's the first day, and we still have, for this day close, if we look at the day close, we still have approximately 10 hours remaining for this day to close, and it doesn't change any fact that we're still below this neckline. So we've broken the mini trend, right? So this is a mini trend, but this was a major trend. And also, for me to show you something similar, hold on, let me just see if I've got it here. I'm sure I had it here somewhere. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, that's fine. Let me show you this anyway. Let me show you what I've got here. Let me show you something. So this is something I use myself, which is really, really cool. Where is it? There. Let me activate this. This is actually really, really cool. It will show you something very awesome. Okay, ignore the fibs. If you look at these areas here, you can see this was the low. And what we need to do is now get above this level here. So we still haven't invalidated this particular low here or this particular higher lower high here. We need to invalidate this, right? So this is very important. This is just a micro thing. So if you look carefully on a daily, it's just micro, right? We just invalidated this, absolutely fine. This is the invalidation point, absolutely fine. But we also need to get above here and invalidate this. So we still got another kind of a milestone that we need to cross before we get anywhere. Very, very important to see. So remember this. I'm still observing this where we are. Everything seems to be super, super good. But it's not done yet. It's not done yet. So let's see what happens and where we can go from here, right? So all I'm going to say is stay calm. Stay calm. Let's see what we do, because this is going to be insane, right? If we did do what we, if we come back to this level here, this is a $48,700 level. If we can go above this and close, my God, I think that's when we're going to have round 2 of this bull run. Technically, because remember before I've said 58, and recently I've changed my mind and I said, no, it's not 58 anymore because of what we've just had recently, because of this particular area, right? When we came here, because of where we got invalidated here, because we technically started moving back up. So the trend was up again. So, and then we invalidated the upward trend and we created a downward trend, but this was the invalidation point. So now it's not 58 anymore. It's actually this level here, this $52,000 level, right? But in order for us to go to the 52, we need to cancel this 58 first, right? So 48, sorry, 48, if we can cancel that. So we can see these little milestones that we set up, they're not that bad. We just need to make sure within the next 10 hours, we pump this market. Everybody stays bullish, don't get wiped out or create liquidation events, and continue forward, right? 2 minute candle. That was crazy, crazy, crazy. I've never seen anything like it, honestly. Never, ever seen anything like it. So far, so good. And the market's reacting to that as well. So if you look carefully, I'll refresh this. This was quite hilarious to see. Sorry, I was looking at something else. How the entire market reacted, because we were sitting at about 1.8. Currently we're at 207, so 2 trillion again. Market reacting very well. Let's see what happens. Super solid. BNB hasn't stopped. BNB is still pumping, because I was literally getting ready to dump some BNB, and I'm just seeing BNB is just dumping every day. Sorry, it's pumping. Yesterday it did 10%. Today's doing another 10%. It's on a rip right now. I'm not sure what's going on here. There may be some news, something, but ultimately, look, the whole market's reacting. Okay, other than stable coins, and that's what we like to see. We like to see stable coins bloody and everything else pumping. Gives us a good indication the market's moving back up again. But as I said, for us to validate everything, we have to get to this level here, 48, to validate and say, look, guys, we are definitely going back up again. And then we need to obviously get above this 52 to confirm that that's it. This was just a minor little glitch for us, minor little issue, and then we're moving back up again. Nothing more, right? And this could propel us to the six-figure BTC that we're looking for, which would be awesome to see this year. By the end of this year, if we can see a six-figure, that would be really, really awesome. So this is what I'm looking for. And I hope this kind of all makes sense. I'm not going to make this video too long. So yeah, so far so good. And also, if you remember yesterday and day before yesterday as well, I think I've shown this in a couple of days. I said, look, we're in these triangles. These are neither bearish nor bullish. These symmetrical triangles, and we do have a descending triangle which is actually bearish. However, if we did break out, we could actually break out and do these pumps. So when I was looking at this mini one, I was looking at here. When we do these levels here, for example, it is funny, right? So when you even do this area here, just take this area, this is actually exactly how much we kind of pumped. If you look carefully, pretty much the wick came just around this level. It's hilarious when you see this, right? So we did pretty much do exactly what we're supposed to do. We didn't go down, which is good, and we did break out a trend. So yep, as I said, I'm still waiting for this $48,370 level. That's the key. That will confirm whether we're going up or down. Ultimately, as I said, we have to stay above the 44 today. So whatever we do, we have to stay above the 44 in the weekend, and we see what happens there. This is the Death Cross and the Golden Cross, and so far it looks good. I'm not going to say too much here. There's not much about to talk. I know loads of people are going to come back and say, "Oh, look, we just did this, we did that." I'm going to talk about those. It doesn't matter. I was looking at Shiba. I'm not going to bother looking at Shiba. Doesn't matter. Shiba, just leave it around. I think it's not its time yet. Let's look at the total DeFi market cap. DeFi looking a bit choppy. No worries. I'm not going to bother too much about that. Total market cap looking very positive. So super solid there. I wouldn't fuss too much about that one. Looking at the others, kind of choppy, similar with like DeFi. So nothing much to say here. Let's have a look at BTC dominance. That's not good. See, when you look at the dominance, that's not good. Of course, BTC is pumping, so the dominance is up. That means we're going to have to wait for BTC to calm down. When BTC calms down, then we should see the alts pumping. So be patient. Alts are not going to pump if BTC is pumping, right? Very important to understand this. Ethereum confirming pretty much exactly the same thing. Ethereum actually super bullish because Ethereum definitely invalidated this point, but Ethereum has a higher target. And its target is $3,600 for Ethereum to reverse this total trend. Okay, to reverse this entire trend, Ethereum has to go here and then pump above. So let's see what Ethereum does. Should be pretty insane to see. Yeah, BNB coming back. So invalidated the first one. Second one is just coming back here and it got rejected here. So I'm not sure what's going on, why it's bugged out, because you can see some data points doesn't look like it's there. So that's just BNB. Okay, so we do have some data points on a different chart on the tether. Okay, that's fine. So BUSD was basically messed up. So here you can see we're just below. We're not too far, guys. We're about 20, what's it, 20? No, we're about $16 away. Yeah, $16 away from going to this particular level and invalidating this bearish trend and moving back up again. That should be really, really awesome. Dot still some ways to go, so I'm not going to bother too much with Dot. Let's have a look at Solana. Solana breakout of the trend, super solid. If this is the breakout of the trend, then we should be able to see something here, which should show us where Solana could go. So if I did put this down here, Solana could pump all the way up to 177. Actually, we did mention that yesterday, so that's super solid. Cardano broke out of trend as well, kind of, not entirely. I wouldn't call it entirely breakout of trend because if you look carefully, this actually, yeah, it did break out of trend. So technically it broke out of trend, which is fine, right? So this is good, but we still got to wait for this particular level here, this $2.34, to invalidate this downward trend. So long ways to go there. Let's have a look at eGold. We did mention eGold yesterday. eGold looking solid. The bounces were solid. eGold, I think we mentioned yesterday, was looking at going to the $350 if we did pump high again. So again, very good. The invalidation point for this one is $247. So if we can go to 247, we should be okay on that one. AVAX launched on Coinbase yesterday. And usually when it launches on Coinbase, you always see a big dump. So I think this suffered from a Coinbase launch. So let's see what that does, where it goes from here. Let me also have a look at the chat, see what's going on here. Give me a second. So him and me, we are chilling, no worries. Okay, so that's all good. Let's have a look and see what this does. Let's go and have a look at inch. Just having a browse through all of them. Again, similar pattern. So no point looking at all of them. Similar pattern, very similar pattern. But yeah, I mean, guys, BTC is doing its thing. All I'm going to say is keep an eye on it. I am seeing some BTC come back into the market, some leaving. Keep an eye on it. Everything looking super, super awesome right now. But as I said, for us to be absolutely, absolutely bullish, what we need to do is have those, and yeah, USD's down. Very good. This is exactly what we want to see. These are the numbers we want to see. See USD pairs down, which is very good. This is bullish as hell. So yeah, what we want to see is obviously USD down. We want to see BTC confirm, or at least stay above, right? Stay above the $44,000 level, right? Yeah, currently whatever we do, we either pump up and we go and break this neckline, which is the 40, where is it? This neckline 48, right? So we either break the 48, or whatever we do, we stay above this 45. That's it. Very simple. So worst case scenario, we stay above the 45. That's good. It's still great for us. And the best case scenario, we pump and we test the 48 and then try and confirm above that. That's what we need to do. So until that happens, this trend has not completely reversed. As long as we stay below this line, we have not completely reversed the trend. So white line here, you can see we have not reversed the trend. This is still a downward trend. This is still a higher low, right? So this is so you can see, you know, this high here, and then this, you can see lower high here and a lower high here. This is still a lower high. It does not change the trend, guys. So please do understand. Just breaking out, everyone's getting excited. You got to keep your feet to the ground, stay calm, and understand trend has not been reversed. Okay, so this is not me being bearish. This is just me trying to keep you your feet on the ground and say, guys, look, it's fine. Baby steps, baby steps. We might not do it today. We might do it tomorrow, right? We've still got the whole weekend ahead, right? So baby steps. We have to stay above 45. That's awesome. And here, if we do try, we should test the 48. And if we can go above the 48, say, for example, we pumped above and we closed here, that's extremely, extremely bullish. That's, you know, I don't know, 2x more bullish than bullish. But if we also came here and then had a bounce, that's also bullish. So don't worry about that. Ultimately, the whole trend is bullish. And also yesterday, I did point something out. I think I was about 6 or 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., something like this. I posted, I said, BTC getting ready for a pump. Right, and I mentioned the specific price. I said, as long as we can break this, let's hope we can break the 45, right? It didn't do it yesterday, but it was already. So that was super good. I'm really happy with all of this. But yeah, other than that, guys, there's not really much to say here. Just excited, just very happy, keeping an eye on the market. Remember yesterday we had 6,000 BTC go into the market. Let's have a look and see what happened today. We've got 1,700 leaving the exchanges, which is always a good sign to see, right? When we do see Ethereum, it's a bit confusing because they could be going in for staking and whatnot. So it's really hard to see Ethereum, but BTC we do have. This is a good indication whenever we see, you know, BTC leaving exchanges. That's causing a supply short, which is really awesome to see. One other thing I wanted to quickly do. Give me a second. Let me see if that comes up. I wanted to see what the liquidations are, because we know that we've had loads of shorts liquidated, a lot of shorts liquidated, right? Which is awesome to see. What's going on here? Sorry, this is slightly buggy. Come on, guys. 1 second, guys. All I'm looking for is the liquidations, just to see for exactly what's going on, especially on everything. So total liquidations. So let's have a look at the last 12 hours. So the last 12 hours we can see we've had just bears kind of shorted, so that's good. Bears wiped out, and out of that, if we do look for BTC only, that might give us a good indication, and we can see who's been wiped out. Period. Let's have a look at this 12 hours. Again, we see a lot of bears got wiped out, and you can see recently you've got some bulls getting wiped out. Again, people are being too over optimistic. They're not really understanding the fundamentals. That, look, guys, we're inside this specific range here right now, right? Anything could happen. We need to break above, confirm above, but we still have a full day remaining, because these shorter time frames are trading hours, and trading hours, you should always be trading less. So if you're on a 4 hour trading hour, then you should be trading your hourly ones, not your 4 hourly candles. You know what I mean? So that's the whole idea here, how you do things. And you can see that we found resistance. We're coming back down again. We might come and just bounce around a little bit before we test again, right? Bulls need to come back in again. So other than that, guys, this is going to be a short one. I'm not going to make this any longer. I just wanted to keep you guys calm and see exactly what's going on. If you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe. If you're already here, smash that like. It does help get the message out, and hopefully everybody understands that, guys. For us right now, all of these drawings, everything is great, and this is the range, this is the level where we need to go. This is the area we need to break above, right? Once we break above this white line here, that's when we are absolutely super solid. Before that, this trend is still down. This area here is still a lower high, okay, because it's lower than this. So it doesn't change anything, just change the trend line from being in a specific direction to being in this direction, for example. So it's still a downward trend line. We need to reverse this trend line and flip it back up again. That's what's going to give us the momentum that we need, the sentiment boost that we need for people to jump back in again and buy crypto and move the market up. And also, the more shorts that get liquidated, or possibly not even liquidated, but some of the shorts might have to add more positions, they are forced to buy more BTC, a classic short squeeze, right? And that's how the price pumps. So let's see what this does. But other than that, guys, like, share, subscribe, as I said, and I'll catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope everybody understood what it was. And also, you may have seen a few videos released today, by the way, guys. Those are just some videos of yesterday's Senate hearing with Janet Yellen and Chairperson Powell. And yeah, I just put those there so you can see some key moments. There was 3 key moments that I thought was really cool to share with the world, especially the one regarding crypto. The crypto will not be banned like China. In fact, what they've said is the US CBDC is coming. They've confirmed that. And what they said is they want to work with stable currencies, but in a regulated manner. That's all they've said, nothing more, which is really awesome to see. Also, there was this crazy thing about the $600 in your account IRS nonsense. Watch that video, you'll understand how it means. That means your money, you have more than $600 in your money, they are going to be snooping into your accounts and this and that. So they're making your life hard. So I think it's time a lot of people actually will wake up and see that, you know, your governments and your banks, it's not your money. You know, when you put money there, you're handing it over to them. And I think it's coming to that point where a lot more crypto adoption will happen, especially probably in this stable currency. And that's why they want to regulate it, right? It's going to happen. So there's going to be a lot of decentralized platforms out there, completely decentralized. There's going to be, I think that's where people are going to go. Also, I saw some article regarding a bank in Europe contacting MakerDAO. Now, MakerDAO is a fully decentralized autonomous organization, and it prints the DAI token, and they contacted them to partner with them. That's insane, right? So I think whichever country that was, I forgot the whole article, but I think what they're doing is they're skipping building their own CBDC and saying, well, why don't we just build it on the DAI stable currency, the MakerDAO, because it is the best out there right now, and it's fully automatic. And do it through there. So I think that's what they're trying to do. Let's see where it goes. I'm sure the news will break out. And if you're on my Discord, you'll get those news headlines anyway, because I've set up the bot to do these kind of things. So yeah, other than that, guys, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.